tonight, and I'm going to take you to go meet some of the coaches for all of our sports. This is our field house. In front of me, unfortunately we can't get to him, is the wonderful athletic director, Mr. Ed Sullivan. And looks like we're gonna head over to our athletic trainers first. I am here with our athletic trainers here year-round. We have Mr. Brandon Chastain and Mrs. Amy Poole. How are you guys doing today? Amy Vega. Pardon me.
There you go.
That is my apologies, but how are you folks doing here today?
We're great.
Yeah, let me get
the coaches night.
Oh wow, is it now?
Yes, it
What's
is.
it like being here?
It's exciting.
Wonderful.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Got a lot of cool things going on. People have a lot of fun, interactive things to do. We made Gatorade for this event. Help yourself.
Oh wow.
Some Gatorade.
I just had a breath mint. Gotta smell nice when I'm talking to people in such a close
We
proximity.
make the
But
best Gatorade here. So.
that is true. I've never had better Gatorade at any other school during any other sport. I don't know. I don't know what they put in here, but it's something special. Obviously, it's just you two on the staff. But what does a day look like in the life of an athletic trainer? You guys want to lean in a little bit?
So we show up sometime, usually during 7th or 8th period. We come in, usually it starts out with some paperwork and some prep for whatever events we have going on. So we're filling coolers, we're getting med kits ready if we need to. And then we start seeing athletes usually during 8th period. So we'll have kids come in for treatments, whether that be doing rehab for an ankle sprain or a muscle strain, maybe getting taped, doing some other work, get ready for practice. Once school day ends is when it gets really fun and exciting. We get a rush of kids that come in for tape, Band-Aids, wrapping up scrapes, evaluations of injuries from the day before, anything that they might need, they come to see us for before practice. Then they head off to practice, and we are on call for coverage for practices as well as any events that we're hosting. So then if anyone gets hurt during their practice or during an event, they're going to call for us. We're going to go out and do an evaluation of it.
Sounds like a busy day. And
Yes, sir.
you know, sometimes athletes get a little nervous. They don't want to admit that they're hurt. And if they do decide, you know, hey, maybe I should tell them and they're not at school, what is a way that these athletes can reach you?
So they can always email us. That's one. We also do have a Remind system going as well.
I don't know if it's on there.
It might not be on there, but we do have Remind codes. So if you want to shoot us a message through there. Also, too, if for some reason either one of those don't work, your parents have our contact information, they can reach out to us, or you can have your coach reach out to us and give us a heads up on any injuries as well, too.
And what are the emails we could reach you at alongside the Remind code?
Yeah, so for mine, it's bchastain@dupage88.net.
And then mine is amvega@dupage88.net. Don't forget the M. There's an A Vega over at Addison Trail that will get my emails if you don't put the M in there.
Yeah. Addison Trail is not as cool as here. Let's get that clarified.
And we're way better than their trainers.
Oh, yeah.
I've spoken to them. I've had I can't say I'm an unbiased news source here. It's Willowbrook. Thank you guys so much for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too, Eddie. Thank you, buddy.
No problem. Mute. Are you muted or no? You're not muted. It's a microphone. We had one of the Fitzgeralds here asking us to
record my basket.
Oh, whatever that means.
My name is Haley Zermino. Recruit me for college, guys. Me too. I'm a sophomore.
Alright.
This is me.
They're gonna perform one of their little skills, and then we're gonna head over to Should I talk to her?
Yeah. That's her coach.
Thank you to the dance team for that wonderful performance, and we're just waiting on the girls' dance coach right now before we can step in for an interview, and we'll get right to you. But first, why don't we stop by cheer? Oh, did I say dance? My apologies. I was talking to them. Got it mixed up. Hi. That is why I said it. Thank you. Hi. My name is Eddie. I'm here with the creative media team. We're doing a little bit of a around the world interviewing here. So, can I ask, who am I here with today?
I'm Coach G. I'm the assistant coach for varsity during competition season. I'm Coach K. I'm the head JV coach.
Pardon my reach here.
And I'm Coach Hartman. I'm head varsity coach.
And you guys are for cheer. So, is it just the three of you on staff, or are there some other people that aren't here today?
Three.
All right. Well, that's a lot of people for a small group. So, I meant to say big. Wow. I'm all out of sorts now. You know, athletes who are thinking about joining cheer, it's hard to reach people, and it's, you know, they may be nervous about trying out. And is there any way that these athletes could reach you, and if so, where?
Yeah, so we have, I guess on here, I don't know where they went, but flyers with like my email, so you can always email me. We have this interest form with the QR code that you can fill out for like getting on a mailing list, and then I'll send out updates about tryouts and things like that. So if that doesn't show up or work, I'm very responsive with email. And I don't know, do you want me to say my email?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. jhartman@dupaged88.net.
Wonderful. And do you guys have any social media that you guys could be followed on? Instagram.
I also have right here.
Oh.
So WBHS Cheerleading.
WBHS Cheerleading, wonderful. And one more thing, do you guys, I know there's a lot of different shoes and equipment and stuff. Is that provided, or do most athletes need to purchase stuff on their own before they get here?
Most athletes need to purchase stuff. The nice thing with cheer is everybody purchases their own stuff, but you keep it your whole time being a cheerleader. We fundraise twice a year too, so we have a lot of opportunities for being able to like cover some of the costs, and everything's reusable. So yes, you have to come in and buy a uniform and have cheer shoes, but we have ways to make it more affordable and like payment plans and things like that.
Wonderful. And I know cheerleading is a longer season. When does it start and end?
So we have fall tryouts in May. So first week of May, they're May 6th through 8th this year. We practice a little bit over the summer. Fall season ends like October-ish. Usually right off the bat when we end fall season, then we have comp season tryouts. So usually a week apart. The comp season goes then October through mid-February. So all in all, season is like summer through mid-February. It's very long.
It's very long. Thank you guys so much for your time. Best of luck with this busy day, and have a good one. Looks like dance is still pretty busy, so I'm just gonna wander, look for what's open. Cheer is also, or gymnastics is busy. Where are we looking? What are we feeling? Are you free for a moment, sir?
Sure.
Who am I here with today?
Coach Hildreth.
And what sport are you here for right now?
I'm bouncing in between football, softball, and then we got flag football right over there. So you're just working all three tables.
And who else is on the coaching staff for just softball right here?
Softball, me, Coach Karras, and Coach Belknap, who both coach other sports. Coach Belknap's in golf and wrestling as well, so he's bouncing around tables over there, and then Coach Karras over by flag football.
Is there any way that these athletes who are looking to play softball can reach you, be it Remind, social media, email?
Yeah, both. We on our sheets right here. Stop by and got our QR codes, and we got all of our info. So we got Twitter, X, TikTok, Facebook, and then our summer camp and our summer calendar. Both of those. So we look to post all our info on there.
Wonderful. And do you have an email that they could reach?
Yeah, N Hildreth at dupage88.net.
Wonderful. Do you guys have any social media or anything, Instagrams, anything
For
like
football?
that? Just softball right here.
Softball, we've got TikTok, Twitter, Facebook.
Oh, you guys have a TikTok. What do you guys post on
I got
there?
a lot of me dancing on there. No, usually
Can you
we'll
show us some moves? Or?
Usually a clip together videos or like box scores and some of our info or summer camp stuff like that. We just started in the summer, so it's relatively new.
That's awesome. And softball is a lot. It's a lot of different pieces. Is there any equipment that these athletes need to purchase before they get there for the season?
So when they come in, glove, bat, things along those lines, where everybody's got their own helmet. So like, you know what I mean? For me as a little kid, used to share all that stuff. Now everybody's kind of got their own bag, their own equipment, their own stuff that they bring in that they have coming into it. So I'd say that was one thing that's a little different than when I was playing.
Times change, I suppose. And last question before we head out of here. What time does your season start and when does it usually end?
So this year, the way the calendar fell, we're first week of March, tryouts start, and then regionals start in like early to mid-May, and then hopefully you're playing into June. That's the hope.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You bet. You know
Good
what?
luck.
Also know at our table here, we got our night softball game.
Featuring you might recognize
and color all by himself. He's a lot like Vince Scully. So we got him covering our night, our first ever in program and school history night softball game against Glenbard South last year. So we're looking to continue that this year as well. So hopefully you're available.
I think I will be. I'll make some time. Have a wonderful rest of your night,
I appreciate it.
Winter sport.
Am I good to do this?
Are you going to get a strike?
I hope so.
I mean, this is a very important shot. Everyone's going to watch.
Everyone is watching. This is.
You're getting recorded.
Is this regulation?
This is regulation.
Hold on. Can you hold this for a moment?
Oh, we got to watch this. Here we go. A lot of pressure.
Oh, that's comical, honestly.
You got to get the spare.
I do have to. You're absolutely correct. Oh, this is a bouncy bowling ball?
Here you go. Let's go. Get that.
All right, hold on. Can I do it? The pressure's on, folks. One pin left. Who do you think you are? I am. And with that, we are going to head over to Willowbrook Boys Bowling. Actually, I believe he's setting up the pins over there, so we'll head over now. Hello, who am I here with today?
We're here with Coach Curtis Hudson, head coach of the boys bowling team here at Willowbrook High School.
Wonderful. Thank you for taking some time to talk to us tonight, Coach. I was speaking with someone else earlier. Is there anyone else on the staff alongside you?
Mr. Ryan Bazon, he's my assistant coach, but it's just the two of us. So we take both the varsity and the JV. We had about 28 this year, and then last year we had about 40.
Wow, and this is Willowbrook's newest sport, correct?
I believe along with girls flag football. I think they came in at the same time, but yes.
That's awesome, and this is a pretty big turnout for a bowling team.
I think so also. I'm excited about what the future holds, and we have playoffs coming up this Friday at the Bolero in Glendale Heights.
Oh, if anyone wants to attend, I don't know, can people go and watch
Most
bowling?
definitely. It starts at 9 o'clock a.m. Saturday.
Oh, wow.
You can't bring step ladders or periscopes, so unfortunately those are out.
I have so many questions.
It is a wild world that I didn't know existed, but it is some rules and regulations in there for sure.
That's a unique one. And with bowling, there's only one really piece of equipment needed, two if you count the shoes.
Yep.
Are those provided through Willowbrook, or do most people need to buy their own before the season?
We would encourage kids to have their own because if they are looking to actually get bigger scores, then the consistency of the ball helps versus the house balls is what they're called, what the bowling alley provides, and they're not made to curve or hook.
Oh, there's a difference between
There is on the core of the bowling ball, what the bowling ball is made out of.
Wow.
There's more or less. Yeah, there's a lot of nuance that you might not have thought about bowling.
I'm a guy who needs bumpers myself. I think my best score this year was a 110. So
there's a dinosaur push. Also,
Yeah,
if you need that.
I might need to get that. And what time does bowling season start? You said playoffs are coming, so it's going to be ending soon.
It's a winter sport. We started this year October 28th, and it'll run through January 16th. And then if you survive and advance in playoffs, it may make it a couple more weeks, but generally that's our season, about 3 months or so.
And does everyone get to bowl in playoffs, or is it just specific people?
It's just the varsity group. There's 5 of them, and generally it's the ones that have been competing for varsity most of the year. There is an opportunity to maybe mix and match, but there's more of a individual state qualification also. So if you're pulling people out, you're kind of nixing both people. So it's kind of just like rock with the 5 and see where.
Can you name names, or are you trying to keep the lineup a little bit of a secret?
We got Captain Nathan Dodd-Mead, Tommy Whiting, Cole Williams, TJ Radomski, and Dean Romano looking to bring home some hardware for the Brook.
And I think they will. Coach, thank you so much for taking some time with us, and good luck.
Thank you, sir.
We have a little bit of a wait here for Coach Karos. We are here at the flag football table. And we're just gonna wait a second for her to be done talking to actually a prospective athlete. So who would have thought this night does its job, huh? And as she's talking about this state championship, one of the more dominant programs in the entire state of Illinois. And now here we are. Coach Karos, how are you doing tonight?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great.
I was like, where is he? I wanted an interview.
Well, here we are.
Yes.
And who do we have here with us?
Right now we have Carson Rieger, junior, going to be a junior, sophomore right now. Lily Macias, she's going to be a junior. Jada Langston, I'm nervous. Jada Langston, going to be a junior. And ex-football star at Willowbrook, QB of the Chicago Winds, and our first state quarterback ever in the history of Willowbrook.
That is a very impressive. Oh, whoa, hold on. Show that to the camera.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Got a little bit of bling on. Had to bring it out and flex today.
Yes,
Huh?
always
That's
flexing.
awesome. And
Yes.
is there anyone else on the coaching staff alongside you?
Right now, everybody's spread out because a lot of us do multiple sports. So, Coach Hildreth, our defensive coordinator for varsity, Coach Miller, who's our offensive coordinator for varsity, Coach Ellis, who's also in basketball, but he's our JV1 head coach, and then our JV2 assistant coach, and then Ramon Carey, who's doing JV1 assistant and our JV2 head coach. And then we have Coach Thomas, who has volunteered for us, and Coach Neff, who also volunteers for us. So a lot of staff to help continue to grow the game at Willowbrook High School and teach our girls how to do it the right way.
And it's awesome. You guys have the newest state-sanctioned sport, so congratulations with that, and congratulations on clearly being one of the most dominant programs out there. That's not an easy feat.
Oh, thank you.
Is there any way that somebody who wants to play flag football can reach you via email, remind, anything like that?
Yeah, I think the best way to reach me is through email, which is rkaris@dupage88.net. I'm also super active on Twitter. Our handle is at WB Flag Football. But yeah, I'm really responsive to email. It's a great first sport for anybody. So if somebody hasn't done a traditional ball sport before, this sport is good for anybody who's new to sports, but also great for those multi-sport athletes like track stars, basketball players, soccer players. It's a great sport. It's super inclusive, and it's really football is for everybody.
Yeah, and that's awesome.
Yes.
Is there anything that an athlete needs to buy before the season starts, or what's supplied to them?
I would just recommend cleats, plastic cleats, and maybe if somebody who's interested in playing a skill position like wide receiver, maybe some gloves, some wide receiver gloves. But a lot of things, we do a lot of fundraising. A lot of things are taken care of through our program. So really it costs next to nothing for them to join. All we ask is that they show up and work hard, and then the rest will take care of itself.
And that you guys have. One question before I head out of here. What is your guys' favorite memory you've had in your years as a flag football player? You guys can all just hop on in here.
Mine's probably when we went to Oregon. That was mine too. When we went to Oregon.
Yeah, last year we had the honor of representing the Chicago Bears and Willowbrook High School at the Nike Kickoff Classic at Nike headquarters in Oregon. So for a lot of them, I think that's their favorite memory. We hope to be asked back there one day, and we got to get it done here first. Right?
That is one of the coolest things I've ever heard, and I'm extremely jealous of that. And with that, I'm going to say thank you guys so much for your time, and you guys have a wonderful rest of your night.
Thank you.
Do we have a moment?
Yes, Eddie, yes.
Who am I here with today?
I'm Coach Vic Wisner, Willowbrook High School baseball.
Coach Wisner, is there anyone else on the coaching staff, or is it a one-man show out
I've
here?
got Coach Wilhoit, Coach Hudson's floating back and forth between bowling, but yeah, we got some coaches there.
That's wonderful. Is there any way that you guys can be reached, or?
We can be reached through here. We can be reached through reaching.
Through reaching.
What does that mean?
Remind, email, anything like that would work?
No.
No? He's a secluded guy, I guess.
No.
He's still in the Stone Age when it comes to technology.
No, I got 5 other reminds I got to put together for baseball. I'm not putting one possible remind together.
One possible remind.
Yeah.
You're a teacher. What classes do you teach?
I teach U.S. government, U.S. history.
I pop in on those quite frequently.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. We're learning a lot.
And who's your biggest rival for boys baseball?
Down or South. Usually between us and Down or South. We play them right away, and whoever usually wins that series wins it all. But Hinsdale South's got a good underclassmen last year, so they could be pretty good. And Addison Trail's always tough.
And may I ask, who won the series this time around?
We took second again.
You took second.
2 years in a row.
That's tough. You guys did have a phenomenal season, beating how many ranked opponents?
We beat a bunch. We ended up 25-11.
That is a very impressive record.
That's one win away from the school record.
Oh, wow. You don't say. I did not know that.
Well, that's a lot of things you don't know, Eddie.
I'll add it to the list.
Thanks.
Is there anything, if somebody wants to join such a winning program, what do they need to purchase before they get out here?
All they got to do is, I'm sure a lot of them have gloves and bats, but they just got to show up for camp that first week of June.
Is there any advice you'd give them showing up to camp that first week of June?
Have fun, keep playing. You don't have to play travel baseball, just play somewhere.
That sounds great. And when does baseball start and end for varsity?
For us, our first tryout will be the first week of March.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Eddie.
No problem. Have a good one.
You can edit that pretty good, right, Charlie?
The man trying to hide from us, Coach Dan Vandenfrick. All right, we can keep the camera at a distance, but I've got to be here so you can be heard. Who am I here with today?
It's Coach Bannon, girls basketball.
Coach, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. We had a great win. We beat Down or South the other day. It's like beating the Packers around here, right?
I'm a Lions fan, have been my whole life, so I hate to admit that I don't have a dog in that fight, but it's always good to see the Packers lose.
It's always good to see Down or South lose.
Yeah. I don't know if I can say that live, but absolutely yes.
Oh, well, I could say it.
He can, and he did. He could back up the trash talk. Is there anyone else that any prospective athletes could talk to for the Willowbrook girls coaching staff?
Our whole freshman crew here. Feel free to zoom in on one of them and put them on the spot. Coach Hay and the freshman girls are over there.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that. And if they do want to join and they don't know where to talk to, how can they reach you?
You can find us on X now, right? We've got a flyer there. Why don't you throw that up on the camera, Coach Hay? Throw it up there. Email address is there. Our Twitter address is there. All right. If you have any information you're looking for, just shoot us a message and we'll get back to you.
Wonderful. And is there anything that these athletes need to purchase before the season starts?
No, nothing needed until the season gets going. Yep.
Wonderful. And what time does your season start?
Basketball season starts beginning of November, like late October, early November, runs through mid-February.
And you mentioned beating Downer South. Do you have any other rivals other than them, or is it really just them?
Winning a conference game. AT is always one you want to get, but anytime you can beat one of those teams, it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time, Coach. Have a good one.
Take care. Have a good night.
Are you free for a moment?
You got an interview process?
Yes, we do.
What do we got going
This
on?
is my AP psychology teacher and the boys cross-country / track coach,
Yes.
Mr. Artman. Mr.
Yes.
Artman, how's it going today?
It's good. It's a good night having everybody out here. This is fantastic.
Having a great turnout so far?
Yes, talking to a lot of incoming people, 8th graders, their parents. Good stuff.
Who do we have behind us?
Introduce yourselves, guys.
My name's Josh Carlton. I'm a freshman.
My name's Kevin Ching, and I'm a senior.
Hey, Kevin.
My name's Ian. I'm a sophomore. My name's Asher Hussein. I'm a senior.
And
hey, you guys are on film.
You guys are live. Say hello.
What's up? Live.
Hey.
Who are you?
Thomas, this is Quinny.
Yeah, I'm Ryan. Quinny.
And who's this handsome blonde man standing behind you?
Yo, what's good? It's Case and Blade.
We are live. Hello.
What's up?
Mr. Artman, come on back here so I can talk to somebody smarter. Is there anyone else on the coaching staff here that these athletes
Coach
can talk
is
to?
here. I think he's talking to
Coach Juan?
Peter right now. Coach Juan.
And if they want to talk to either you or Coach Juan, where can they reach you?
Come on over here, Coach Juan.
Oh, we're summoning another.
Come talk.
What we got?
Come talk. We're
We were
streaming
just
live
saying,
here.
we are live. If there's any way, if these athletes did want to join cross country, how can they reach the two of you?
They scan the little UPC code on the sheet.
Is there any emails or anything either that they can
school
do?
email. So.
Would you like to say that for the
what's
camera?
my school email? TARTMAN@dupage88.net.
First person to spell it out. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Likewise, of mine, it would be xahuad@dupage88.net. Are we net as teachers?
Yeah,
or dot
we're
org?
done. We're done that.
If I put .net, would it still send? I don't know. I switch it up quite a lot.
Yeah.
And cross country, it's a lot of running. Is there anything other than shoes that these athletes need to buy, or is everything provided otherwise?
Positive attitude and ready to work hard.
Don't ask too much of us now, all right? What time does cross country season begin, and when does it usually end?
Middle of August, and the regular season will end in the middle of October, and then the state series runs until the first week of November.
First week of
So
November.
three weekends in after the regular season.
Did we end up having anybody make it to that week?
Absolutely. We took Adriano Quintero downstate this year. He did an excellent job all season and represented Willowbrook fantastic.
Congratulations to Adriano, Pius alum.
Go make sure you say hi to him.
Oh, we'll have to stop by and give him a word. And I asked a couple other coaches. Last question.
Last question.
Would you rather fight one bison-sized duck or 100 duck-sized bison?
I'm going to take the one bison-sized duck.
I want the 100 just because I want to see what that looks like.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one.
Thank you.
One. We are live. Who is this dapper man I'm speaking with today?
This is Coach Ross.
Coach Ross, what sport are you a coach for?
I coach girls cross country and girls track. Well, just girls track.
You look familiar. Have I seen you around the school before?
You probably seen me in the dean's office or the hallways. You know.
He's in trouble a lot. That's why he's there.
I get kids out of trouble. You know.
That's a nice way to put it. Coach, is there anyone else on the staff that if somebody wanted to join cross country, they could talk to?
Of course, Mr. Clyde Ware over here. He's our PE teacher as well as a girls track coach and girls cross country coach. I'm looking for boys cross country. That would be Terry Artman. Or boys track would be Mr. Terrence Miller.
We just talked to Mr. Artman, and I'm sure we'll be talking to Miller soon. If they wanted to get in contact with you, how could they do that?
They can email me at malcolmross@dupage88.net.
Wonderful. Is there anything that these athletes need to purchase before the season?
Before the season, just some running spikes and then bring a positive mental attitude.
He said the same thing. That's really, and I said the same thing I'll say to you now. Don't ask too much of me now.
Oh, don't worry, I won't.
Oh, what a nice guy. What time is girls cross country run at the same time as boys usually?
Yes, we're at the school around 3:20, 3:30.
And when does the season start and end?
Season starts about mid-August. We start before school starts. I think it's like 2 weeks before school starts, and then it goes until about early November.
All right, and one more question. If you could travel anywhere on vacation, where would it be? And why?
I would go to Barbados to see Rihanna's hometown.
You will never meet a larger Rihanna fan than Mr. Ross here. Mr. Ross, thank you for your time and have a wonderful night.
Thank you, sir.
What, do you not want an interview right now? We're live. It's just a little bit of an interview to let prospective Willowbrook athletes gain some more info if they want to do what looks to be
Girls golf.
wonderful. And who am I here with?
Coach Rush.
Are there any other coaches who are part of the golf staff?
Yes, we have an assistant coach, Ortiz. He also is the head coach of the boys wrestling team.
Wonderful. And I know obviously it's a lot of clubs in there. I don't know what any of them do. I've never been a big golfer. Do athletes usually purchase their own, or are there some that can be supplied? Or
we have some supplied, so we have a couple sets of clubs. I'm looking at getting some new sets of clubs as well. So if you don't have any and you've never played before, we still welcome you out to come and have
That's
fun.
wonderful. Golf is hard. I've tried it, never been able to do it, but I do recommend. As my parents say, that's a sport you can play for the rest of your
100%.
life.
My parents still play to this day.
Do you play with them often?
Often, yeah.
Who wins?
Never me.
Oh, really?
No, my parents are really good.
You gotta catch them then.
I know, one of these days.
If they did want to reach you and talk about possibly coming out for golf, first off, are there tryouts? And second off, if they did end up wanting to, how could they reach you?
There are tryouts. It's a no-cut sport right now. We'll take anybody that wants to play. And if they want to email me, my email is grush@dupage88.net.
Wonderful. Do you guys have any big rivals in the golf world yet, or is it too early for that?
I think in our conference, it's usually Hinsdale Central is the big rival because they're really good.
Yeah, it checks out geographically,
Yeah, 100%.
to say the least. And one more question here. If you could drive any car, what would it be and own it for the rest of your life?
The Honda Civic that I currently drive.
The Honda Civic, you're a big fan?
100%. Best car.
Thank you so much, Coach Rush, and you have a wonderful rest of your day.
You as well.
Here with the man, the myth, the legend, the man I mentioned on the way in. It is the Mr. Ed Sullivan. How are you doing tonight?
It's so great. I'm doing well. Eddie, founding member of the media team. Thank you so much for doing your interviews tonight. Meet the Coaches Night.
It's a blast. It's crazy to see what this has blossomed into. A year ago, he came up to me after a basketball game and said, "Hey, would you want to try and do this?" And I was like, "Awesome. That sounds great." And here we are. We're having new members join every day. It is an awesome process. And how are you feeling about the show out for this curriculum night?
I feel like it's been a great showing thus far. You know, our coaches and our student athletes do a great job welcoming our future Warriors here to Willowbrook High School. And it's just a great way to bring the community together. So I'm very excited for what I saw tonight and excited to have everyone join us here for our summer camps in June.
And I know you're rushing to get on in there. Any advice to some future Willowbrook Warriors?
Don't be afraid to try new things. Whether you've been playing a sport your whole life or you've never played a sport before, this is the time to try. And don't just try one sport, try 3, try 4.
Try as many as you can fit.
Absolutely.
It's a blast.
And Eddie, you know, as we close this up, I've got just one question for you. What's up?
I think I might have the answer to that one, and I think it's something along the lines of Dubs are up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
For a little bit of an interview.
Oh, nice. Yes, absolutely.
Who am I here with today?
Coach Dela Cruz.
And what sport are you coaching?
Boys and girls varsity tennis.
How was your season this year, Coach?
Well, the boys is upcoming in the springtime, but the girls did a phenomenal job. We ended up 13-3.
That's
13
very good.
and 3. Yep, yep.
I don't know how tennis rulings work, but congratulations. That's an impressive record nonetheless.
Much appreciated.
Is there anyone else that works alongside you for this varsity tennis staff?
So she, Coach Susie Labdell, she teaches at Ardmore Elementary here in Villa Park. She teaches 2nd grade. She's been my assistant coach for the last 10 years.
Oh, wow. So you guys have built quite a report and quite a resume, as we see with that 13-3 record. And a lot of athletes who are interested in joining tennis, they might be nervous, they might not know what to do. And if they want to get in contact with the coach, how can they do that?
Absolutely. So WBHSA_tennis on X or Twitter. A141, the behind the wheel driver's ed, wing of the school. And then I think the biggest thing is just, the North tennis courts, the beautiful North tennis courts that are brand new, newish, I should say. We are literally there after fall, spring, and then the summer camp.
So when does the season start and end?
So are you talking about boys or girls?
Boys and girls.
All right, here we go. So girls starts, usually it's like the 1st or 2nd week in August. And then the boys season starts March 3rd this year.
Wonderful. And should athletes have a racket ready, or is there sometimes a racket provided for them?
Yeah, so if I have leftovers, I guess you can say. I've had hand-me-downs. I'm in the tennis community for years. So I have hand-me-downs, like I said. We have PE rackets, but most players do bring their own racket.
Who is the best tennis player that you personally have played against in your time playing?
Oh boy, are you talking about like student athlete, like who I've coached or played?
Yeah, student athlete.
The best players I've ever coached. Ben Kafka, he played at Elmhurst College. Susie's son, Mark Lobdell, he played D2 in Texas. I would say Penelope Del Valle. And then all of pretty much this season's girls, pretty much they're going to go on the best 3-year stretch of Willowbrook history, including next year. So we got to wait till next year.
Wonderful, and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a wonderful rest of your night.
You got me under the weather here, so sorry about the voice, but you got me under the weather.
You sound fine. Thank you all for tuning in. I am your host, Eddie Devins. We had a wonderful time at the Meet the Coaches / curriculum night. To all of you watching, thank you for tuning in. And I'm going to ask you, which you may have to learn very quickly, what's up, Dubs?